Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Traxaholics podcast. I am your host, Jackson's Trax, and I just want to say that day one, I am day one. I am very, very intrigued and very interested in what happened at the Land O'Lakes Rallycross that was down in Kimball. It was around Kimball, is where it was at. Um, but it's South Haven is the name of the town, and I am definitely going again tomorrow. I think tomorrow it starts at 8 o'clock, but I'm going to go down there and do more video, and do more videos and pictures and everything else. I am going to go down there and just stay for the whole event. And basically, what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to go down there and I'm going to get pictures. I'm going to get video. I'm going to do all kinds of stuff. I'm going to help out on the track, and I'm just going to have a whole blast because today I went there. Today I went there. I ran into a friend of mine who has been following the Ojibwe Forest Rally for such a long time, ever since he was like 8 years old. I ran into Rick Skelton, and I ran into him, and I found out that he's been banned by the Ojibwe Forest Rally people because of something that happened between him and one of the promoters that put on the Ojibwe Forest Rally. And I'll tell you right now, you know, if the Ojibwe Forest Rally doesn't shape up and get itself taken care of and bring Rick back in, the thing is that shit's going to just go downhill for the Ojibwe Forest Rally, which is not good. And they need Rick in the Ojibwe Forest Rally. They need him to do that kind of stuff because he is amazing. Okay, so they have a 15-acre track, 15-acre setup thing. It's a field, and it's brush. It's really nice, and it's set up. I mean, it's got hills. It's got, dude. This could be a badass rally track, and a rally setup, and it is a very fun little track. Um, I went there, but you have to understand, I went there only on like no hours of sleep. Basically, what happened to me was I got off work. I got off work, and then I basically went to this event, and I was there all the way till lunchtime. I was hungry, and I didn't bring any food or anything. So, but dude, I had more fun at this than I had at any kind of event. Um, if you ever look at any of the followings of the SCCA and any of their regional, you can see that there are so many people that do this dirt rally and do this off-road racing, and it is amazing. I mean, this is a way to get your foot in the door. I mean, they wanted me to run the Mini Cooper so bad. They were all excited about me bringing the Mini, but the thing is because the Mini Coopers are basically the same thing as, once they found out it was all-wheel drive, they were like, "Oh wow!" So because they wanted me to run it, yeah, everybody wanted me to run the Mini Cooper because the thing is that they wanted to see what it does. So dude, if you want to rally cross your Mini Cooper and you're part of Minnesota after, or if you're part of Minnesota United Minis, if you're part of Minnesota After Dark and you have a Mini, or dude, if you're one of these people that whoa. So yeah, I'm using my gimbal thing, and I love this gimbal thing. It's so cool because it moves up and down and everything, and it goes around. It's really cool, and it's actually a really cool thing. John, I'm gonna buy it from you. Just you got to give me some time. I'm really serious about buying it because I really need it. Um, but so I went to this event, and I'm going back tomorrow. I think tomorrow it starts at 8 o'clock again, so I'm gonna head down there. Tomorrow, I'm going to get down there right away in the morning and I'm going to help out. I'm going to pull the mini down there and then I'm going to go and do a lot of stuff. Okay. Um, Another thing that happens with Jack is, you know, I'm done complaining about myself. Um, because I know damn well who I am and I know that I'm a good person. And I know that if I keep on putting myself into this shit and keep on doing this, I'm going to go very far in rally car racing. I'm almost crying because the thing is that I'm actually upset with myself, like very upset with myself because one, I seriously wanted to do a ride along and I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to ride along with people tomorrow because I'm going to ride along with people tomorrow and I am seriously going to have fun. Yeah, I'm going to ride along in a car tomorrow with somebody and we're going to go around the track and we're going to get fucking video inside the cars. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to try to see if I can go with somebody and just get video because I'm going to go and get all this stuff because dude, I am serious about this shit. I just didn't know where I was supposed to be. But dude, I even told a person today that if they wanted to pay the $70 and use a car, they could have used my mini. Yeah, they came over. The guy came over and did the techie on my mini, and he was like, "Dude, you're ready to go." Yeah, I just have to get underneath it and put some body panels back together, check everything underneath the bottom of the car, and just get everything taken care of. Get the oil change done and everything like that. Get the fog lights put back into place and everything. And dude, that Mini Cooper's ready to go. And I swear I could have probably, if I don't have to worry about cops, if I don't have to worry about cops, if I don't have to worry about, the car breaking down and being able to get home, if I don't have to worry about any of that shit, dude, I don't care. I go flat out because I've driven my Mini Cooper, I've driven Joe's Mini Cooper, I've driven anybody's car that I ever had the ability to drive down a gravel road. I drove it like I stole it. Hey Mark, what's up, dude? Mark, I saw you there. I just didn't, respond because I'm Mark. I see you, but I'm just basically trying to, figure out what the hell's going on right now because I'm trying to get my stuff. Well, first of all, this goddamn thing is supposed to be connected to the other Wi-Fi and not to the fucking home one because I don't know why this thing does this because every time I come home it goes on the other Wi-Fi that somebody has and it pisses me off because it's not supposed to be there. Resume. Because it's supposed to be on my Camo Claws box, which is what it's supposed to be on, and it didn't go on that. So need a good vehicle and a trailer to haul your mini. Dude, I'm working on trying to get that. I mean, because I have this stupid idea of turning my fucking Mini Cooper into a goddamn fucking sleigh, but the thing is that, I rather do rally car racing. I mean, Camo Claus is a great thing and everything, but I just, I can't please everybody. It's not like a fucking $100 million is gonna fall out of the sky. I mean, somebody's like, they say, hey, if you ask God, He'll give you. So like I say, hey God, can I have $100 million because I need it so that I can, start my rally car career and start my life. No, what He does is he gives me a wife of 10 years who her and I don't even fucking, love each other. We did, but then all of a sudden we kind of drifted apart and now I'm living by myself in a fucking, van down by the river. No, I'm living in a fucking, one bedroom, one bath. Um, yeah, I know I can still do Camo Claws. I can do it at Christmas time, bro. But I'm living in a one bedroom, one bath apartment trying to enjoy my life and do something that makes me happy. But I got so many things in my plate where I just feel like, where I feel like, I'm never going to get, there's like an anti-jack barrier, which I just can't, fucking ever get around. And I don't know why. I have no reason to ever think that I'm ever going to get myself out of this shithole that I live in. And this, my apartment is not a bad apartment. I like living here. I think it's great and everything. It's fun because it's my place. But what I don't like about it is the fact that, I just always seem like I'm two sandwiches short of a picnic, or I feel like I have everything that I need, but I'm missing one element. And that's all it is. Like today, I went out to the track. I have a great car. I borrowed a great helmet, but I didn't pay the $70. I didn't pay the $70 fee because I first of all I didn't even know there was a registration fee, and second of all I just thought it was like come out there and run what you brung, and if it doesn't break, go home. But but that's the thing that I don't ever see. But okay, so now I know that there's that, and you know, and but I didn't even attempt to try to even go back and do any more filming after today because the thing is that one I was fucking burned out, okay? Because fucking Andy, and I know this is probably not her fault, but I mean Andy had me getting off at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning to go to an event at 8. So usually when a person has Saturday off, they don't come into work at 6 o'clock or come in at 3 o'clock in the morning and everything else and work. They have Saturday off, meaning that they come in at 5 o'clock on Friday and get done at like 2 in the morning, and then that's fine. But no, but whatever, there's a desire, and you will know. Yeah, yes, dude, there is a desire. There's a passion. There's an everything. And what I want, to be 100% honest with you, is I would love to do the rally car shit and do it and be paid to do it. And be paid to do it very well and not ever have to go back to Groom. Because, Groom is a great company, but they need to start paying their employees. They're advertising for dispatchers and they're advertising for drivers on Facebook, but they need to fucking pay people what they're worth. Instead of fucking sugarcoating it and fucking putting a carrot in front of their faces and making them feel like, you're their bitch and that's all you're supposed to do. I mean, Andy says that she cares about our employees, but I don't really think she does. I mean, what's it going to take for Tyree and all those guys to realize to themselves that, what's it going to take for them guys to realize that if they don't start paying their employees and one of the guys falls asleep and dies in their van, is that what it's going to take? Do I have to fall asleep in their van and crash it into the fucking 494 before they realize to themselves that they're almost killing their drivers? I don't know, Mark. I have really no idea. But the one thing that I don't understand and I don't really get is the one thing that I don't understand and I really don't get is that when you go into work, yeah, it a strike. But who the hell is going to strike against Andy? A walkout in a strike is going to be one goddamn person. You know who's going to be? It's going to be me. I'm going to stand there with a picket sign and be like, don't go to work. Don't go to work. And people are still going to fucking go to work, dude. I mean, I don't even talk to Julie anymore, man. My mom. Julie was like my work mom, and she was so cool, and I love her to death. And I haven't seen her for such a long time. I mean, she did my braids in my hair. She's responsible for this, but I don't even see her anymore. But anyway, I don't really care about Groom right now. I care about what I want to do in my life is the rally car racing and being a part of that. Because if I could rally my Mini Cooper here and then take it to the American Rally Association and I rally it there, like at Ojibwe, or I do something where I don't have to worry about the car. Because, see, if I turn that car into a rally car and I actually drive it with a roll cage and everything inside of it, and dude, no, it's going back and forth between Mark and somebody else. I can't tell who it is. But if I turn that car into a rally car and I don't have to worry. Oh, is that Brendan? Oh, yeah, I think it's Brendan. I think it's Brendan McMillan. I'm not sure. He hasn't given me a shout out, so I don't know who it is. Because, for some odd reason, when people go on Facebook Live, they don't understand the rule that if they want me to tell you who you are, you need to comment on the fucking bottom of the thing below. It's not about Andy. It's about getting paid enough to barely survive. That's why drivers are just about, yeah, thank you, Mark. I mean, we don't get paid enough to fucking even, no, we don't get paid enough to even make it sometimes. I'm scraping by. I can show you the wad of cash that I have left, from what I have left in my bank account. And I'll tell you, I'm trying to get by. Ooh, 3 watching? I don't know. I have no idea who's watching. All I know is it's you, because nobody will comment down low on the fucking bottom to tell me who they are. And I'm like, dude, I wish people would tell me who they are so that I can give them a shout out and stuff, because I don't know why they can't do what I tell them to do. The simple rules of coming on my page when I do this is say, hey, comment, tell me who you are, and if you don't like the channel, then fucking leave. But I mean, it's because I'm giving you a shout out, because I'm trying to tell you that, hey, thank you for, watching my show and giving me a chance. Yes, but hey, the thing is that, if I didn't have to worry about that car breaking, down and not having a way to get to work tomorrow, dude, I would drive that thing into the ground and drive it like I stole it and basically go out there and kick some ass. Because that track is made for that Mini. Dude, that track was so made for that Mini Cooper because it was so small and agile. And, if I could seriously go out there and just have a good time, that Mini Cooper would fly around that track, dude. There's no way that you could stop me if I didn't have to worry about cops, and if I didn't have to worry about pissing somebody off or breaking my car and not being able to get to work tomorrow. I mean, that's the reason why I didn't do anything today. And also, I didn't have $70 to pay for a registration fee. But I felt like I was accepted. I mean, the people there were so nice. They were so cool. And trust me, going there is fun. The only thing that sucks is you get dusty, but who the fuck cares, dude? I saw a decent Silverado for $1,500 on Facebook. Yeah, I would like to have, a truck. But dude, I'm a van guy, Mark. I want an E350 van that's got four-wheel drive because I want a van. I've always wanted a van or an SUV. I don't like pickups. I hate pickups. I mean, when I had my Tacoma, yeah, I had my Toyota Tacoma, but then you know what? I had to sell my Toyota Tacoma to help buy a fucking Mini Cooper for my wife. And so we sold my Tacoma. I could have went out and bought a Mini Cooper for myself and had my Tacoma and the Mini Cooper, and I could have, had a rally car, but I was stupid and I sold the fucking Tacoma. I was dumb, you know? But I had to get married. I had to be married to somebody, you know? I rushed into a fucking relationship that I should have never fucking did. I mean, dude, yeah, I loved Joe. I loved her, you know? I loved her. I thought she and I were going to be together forever. I thought her and I were going to drive race cars together. I thought we were going to open a fucking school together and we were going to do things together. But no, that went up in fucking smoke because, you know, I guess that when you're a person who's on Facebook, you always get these fucking bots. You get these stupid porn pictures. You get all this stuff when you try to stay away from porn, and then it comes back up on your page, and then your wife sees it and she goes, "Oh, why are you looking at porn?" I'm like, "I'm not." I told her over and over and over that I was not looking at porn, but no, she thinks that I am, and she just gets these ideas in her fucking head, and then she goes and does this. You know, Joe, if you don't want this anymore with me, then help me get the fucking paperwork done. Help us go to the goddamn courthouse and then be free of each other. You can go live your fucking life and go do what you want to do, you know, and I won't think of you anymore because you know what? You want to know why I think of you? I think of you because you I think of you because you have something that I want. You have the paperwork in your fucking hands, but you don't have the money. You have 2 out of 3, just like I do. You know, I want my name changed. I want my life changed. But I don't have the money to fucking pay the divorce papers because the divorce papers are over $400 fucking dollars. Because the thing is that a divorce is more than a fucking wedding. You can go to the justice of the peace, pay $50, you're fucking married. But if you want to get divorced, you have to pay $500. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people in this world. I mean, why even get married? Why even get married? Why don't just be together? You know? Because every time you're with a woman, I'm going to tell you this right now. Every time you're with a woman, you know, she always has this little thing in the back of her mind, and she's like, "Oh, don't be with this guy. He's a dick. He's an asshole. He's a loser because he can't buy you Louis Vuitton bags or he can't buy you this shit." You know, the reason why men stay single is because one, they want to just deal with themselves. They don't want to deal with somebody else. It's like I say the thing between a co-driver and the relationship that a driver and a co-driver have together. They ride in that car. They ride in that car through thousands of stages. They put in thousands and thousands of miles together. They never argue about anything. The only time they ever argue is when their life is put on the line, when the driver doesn't listen to the pace notes and the driver veers off a little bit and hits a tree and damn near kills the co-driver. But I'll tell you this right now. If you didn't have a co-driver in your car and you knew that track like the back of your fucking hand and you didn't have to worry about another person's life, you would go out there and put it all on the fucking line and not worry about a co-driver. You would not do it because that's just like a relationship. It's like a marriage. Yes. And the fucked up thing is, you're right, Weber. You're exactly right, Mark. I will tell you right now. I wish you were actually sitting in this chair right here, having a podcast with me, because I'll tell you right now, gay men do not have a divorce rate. Because if gay men don't get along with each other, all they do is go their separate ways. They go, "Hey, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm leaving," and that's it. And they divorce. because they don't really actually get married. They just hang out with other guys. But I don't have anything against gays and I don't have anything against lesbians and whatever. I think that if you love somebody, go out there and have that person in your life. But the thing is that, you know, this is the reason why I love cars. I love cars. I love being around them is because they don't break your heart. If your car breaks down, then yeah, that's when you're having a shitty day. But you can talk to your car, you can have a conversation with your car, and you can sit in your car and you can have therapy in your car, and you do not need to have somebody next to you just beckering at you every 5 minutes going, you know, every time you don't fucking leave the toilet seat up or you don't do the dishes or whatever. Who the fuck cares? You know, we all do our thing. We all have a great relationship with each other. But you put a ring on their finger and then they turn into this, King Kong mega biatch and they fucking think that you're cheating on them with every goddamn fucking woman. They think you're sleeping with the next door neighbor's dog because you smell like, different kibble or something or whatever. But I don't understand why in the hell you can't just, go on Facebook and not be bombarded by boner ads, fucking hot ass fucking women trying to get you to go to their OnlyFans page when it's just a fucking goddamn bot. And then you sit here and you try to tell your girlfriend or your wife, you say, hey, I don't know who the fuck she is. It just came up on my Facebook page because Dickerberg, he fucking, Dickerberg, puts these goddamn ads on everything else because he has to put space on there, you know, because he has to sell time to get Facebook to fucking, to be legit. So you know what you do, Mark? You charge people a subscription. You charge people a subscription. You make them use their ID so that they can have a real account because, then you don't have people making all these stupid fake profile accounts who live in a bunker in Kenya and they're trying to get money out of people. But anyway, my topic at hand here is the Scca Land O'Lakes area rally. And I tell you, it was so fun. I had the greatest and I had the most wonderful fucking day. I thought it was so great to be there. I stayed there for lunch, but I was only on about, I didn't even have any sleep. I got off work at 7 o'clock. I clocked out. I drove all the way down to Kimball to this place. I drove all the way down to Kimball to this place. And damn it, it was the fucking coolest place that I have ever been to. And it was so much fun. I had a blast. Even if you're enjoying porn, it's what it to a woman. It's gonna spice up the sex life with her anyway. Well, yeah, but see the thing is that when I watch porn, I laugh at it because it's so fucking stupid. Porn is so fucking dumb. You know, porn is so fucking stupid because who is gonna fucking who is gonna sit there in their bedroom or in their house and then whack their junk off and then watch their stupid girlfriend or watch the girlfriend of their stepson come into the bathroom and be like, "Oh, I've never seen your junk that big before. Can I suck it?" Dude, no one cares about that. No one cares about porn. Porn is so stupid. I mean, if they want to make porn even more funnier, why don't you have like Mario Brothers fucking do porn? I mean, I think it'd be so funny if like they knock on this door. Well, just for a scenario, using Princess Peach as the chick who's at home, and she's like, and all of a sudden Mario knocks on the door. Hello, it's me, Mario. I'm here to do your plumbing. And all of a sudden she's like opens the door up, and all of a sudden she's like wearing a towel, and she's like, Oh, you have to excuse me. I just came out of the shower, but it stopped working because my plumbing is all backed up. And then Mario's like, well, don't worry. My brother and I can fix it. And all of a sudden, like, Luigi, get over here. Let's fix the plumbing. And then all of a sudden, they're like working on the plumbing. And all of a sudden, she yeah, moves you're going to never try. I might seriously injure something like that. Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Okay. So then, you know, but who is seriously going, okay, what woman answers the door in a towel? Nobody ever does that. If they know that the pizza guy's coming, if they know that the UPS guy's coming, if they know that something's coming, they always wear fucking clothes. And they don't have some white guy or some black guy come up to your house and go, "Hey, are your pipes fucking broken? Because I'm here to fix them." And then he like is sitting there, and then the music's like, "Bow, chicka, bow, 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 bow," and it's like, "Gotta punish the peach." I mean, but but that's what it is, man. That's exactly what. Because see, nobody in this world would ever fucking nobody ever would fucking even try that. So like you would never go to some chick's house and you would never go to some lady's house or anybody's random ass house and try that kind of shit. Because as soon as you say something like that, she's gonna turn into a fucking Karen and she's gonna be like, "What? Are you serious?" Um, well, yeah, you got lucky one time, Mark, but that's you. I mean, the thing is that but it happens to some guys. But I'm gonna tell you right now, as soon as she answered the door in the nude, she didn't just like pull your pants down and whip it and and start going onto you and doing the baloney pony shuffle on on your man parts. So, but that's what it is. I mean, that's what the world is not gonna do because it never happens. I mean, if I was ever a stepson or like a stepson, and I had this really, badass looking, like nanny or whatever, you know, and she did that to me, as soon as she did that to me, I wouldn't even know what to say. First of all, I'd probably just sit there and let her do whatever the hell she wants to me. But then if I told somebody about it, they'd think I was nuts. So that's what I'm getting at. I mean, porn movies are fucking stupid. I don't like porn. I don't care for it. It's ridiculous. It's fucking dumb. It's just a waste of fucking time. It is. And if there was anything in this world that I could fucking do to make myself completely and utterly not worry about it, if I wanted to spend all that fucking money on a woman, I'd go out and buy a fucking car. I would go out and buy a car. Because I'll tell you right now, once I fix that car up and fucking do anything, it's not going to take the $8,000 breast implants and fucking try to have somebody else fucking play with them. No, it's going to take me around the track and it's going to make me fucking happy. I'm sorry, but because dude, you go out and you spend money on you spend money on women and you spend all this fucking time with them, and then here's what they do. They don't even fucking appreciate it. They go on YouTube and then they go on the other things and they talk to their friends and they talk to their other girlfriends about it and they go, "Oh yeah, the guy took me out on a date. He took me to Buffalo Wild Wings." And I mean, like, he could have taken me to like fucking like, Granite City Pub, or he could have taken me to something a little bit more 5 star than just fucking Buffalo Wild Wings. And I'm like, every time I went on a date or whatever with a woman, and I always asked her where she wanted to go. I don't know. Where do you want to go? And then if you go there, she doesn't even like the idea. So then you take her to fucking Burger King, or you take her to fucking like McDonald's or something, and she's like, "What the hell is this all about?" Cheaper to find a girl that hates my guts and give her a necklace cheaper that way. Dude, you want to know something? You're better off just fucking, not even looking. Not even looking. Just, like if me, go to a rally car event. Like I met this person at the rally car event today. Her name's Friday. I don't know if she's a man or if she's a woman, but whatever she was driving a car that was rear wheel drive, and she was there, and she was having a great time, and she was rally car racing, and she's beautiful. I mean, whoever she is, she's beautiful. I don't care, whatever you want to say. I mean, you know, but here's the thing. Just don't even look anymore, because looking for women just was a waste of fucking time. And the fucked up thing is that I'm sick and tired of going on Instagram and all those other places, and they show these women working on these cars, and then they're like, "What happened to all the good men? Where are they at?" I'll tell you where all the good men are. The good men are at the track, being away from you because they don't want to fucking talk to you. They don't care that you can put a fucking timing chain on a fucking car and then watch you drift it around and fucking, do whatever. And then when we try to talk to you, you send us to your OnlyFans page. That's not what we want. We want a woman that knows how to fucking put a timing chain in the car, fucking change the goddamn oil, drive it around a track, and fucking help us work on our car. And then we drive it around the track, and then we come home at the end of the day, you shower, get yourself all ready for bed, and then we cuddle. Or we go out in the garage and have a beer and fucking sit there and stare at the engine all night and go, dude, that was the funnest fucking race I ever went to. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, but I think I'm gonna join the He-Man, the He-Man Rally Car Hater or Women Haters Club, because all I want to do is fucking rally car race, and if a woman comes into my life who drives a car, more power to her. I mean, I have a friend of mine. Her name is Katie. She works at, she works at Sugar Daddy's, whatever. She's cool as hell, and she's a great person. But she has two cars that are over six figures. She runs six figures exotics. She has, great cars. Now, if I bought her a rally car and I told her, hey, how about you and I work on this rally car together and see if she would go rally, would she do it? I have no clue, because she's in control of her own destiny. I can't make a woman do something. You can't take a woman and make them drink, but you can also lead them to the track, and you can see if they'll drive around the racetrack, but they probably won't. Women are okay. Now, there are certain women to extent here, Mark, that you have to understand, but women are expensive. There are gold diggers. There are stuck up women that live in like fucking Atlanta or the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or whatever. But those women are the ones that they just want to sit at home all day and eat bonbons and fuck the pool guy. Well, your ass goes out there and fucking works six figures and busts your ass all the time, and then you die, and then they get a big fucking pension or a big trust fund. That's what, you know. I want I want the woman who is working on her car in her little garage, and she has a race car on the weekends, and she fucking, takes care of herself, and she does what she has to do, but also she works a 9 to 5 at a garage. Now that is a fucking cool woman. But you can never find those women, because you know what? They don't want to find you. So there needs to be a website. There needs to be a fucking website for people who have passion for cars. It's like, it's like mechanicsingles.com or automotivesingles.com. I've came out with it like 4,000 times, but it's just that everybody steals my fucking ideas, and if they don't make any money from it, they hate it. They're like, "Oh, yeah, that idea was stupid." Well, you want to know something? Stop stealing people's ideas and come up with your own fucking thing. Because I came out with automotivesingles.com. I really did. You know, I came up with automotivesingles.com. It was on a fucking, it's actually on, what's it called? It's actually um, my, on my chat. Why did this thing just go limp? so, so my, so my little, so I'm using this little Gimply thing here to fucking to whatever, and all of a sudden my phone went woo, and it just like it like turned sideways, and I'm like, wow. But no, I do not have a problem with women. I love women, but I only love women that want to be a part of my life and that work on cars and rally car race and everything else. And so you know what? That's the kind of woman I'm going to look for, or I'm not even going to look anymore. I'm social media, to be 100% honest with you, my social media, when there are reels of women in like skimpy fucking bikinis and shit like that, I get rid of the shit. If there are reels of women on my Facebook page, I get rid of them. You should take your mini and paint it like Herbie. Disney might sponsor you, no joke. Gotta have a gimmick. Well, hey, that's because they'll use a Volkswagen. It's already been done. The thing is that Mini Cooper won't even sponsor me because Mini Cooper will not sponsor a rally car team anymore because they will not sponsor a rally car team because they want to put everything into F1, into Formula One racing. Dude, I'm trying to do everything to bring Mini Coopers out there because one, The Italian Job was one of the greatest fucking movies in the entire world, and Mini Coopers ran all over the fucking, thing. And Mini Coopers are a very versatile fucking thing, but you want to know something? Around here, everybody uses fucking Volkswagens. You know? It's because nobody likes the Brits. Nobody likes the fucking, nobody wants to give anything. I mean, they don't want to give a Mini Cooper a chance. So you know what I say to people? Just go out and do it yourself. Yeah, The Italian Job was a great movie. I actually am doing a thing for automotive movie night, and I'm watching the original Italian Job with don't fucking tell me um, with Michael Caine. I'm gonna watch the original one with Michael Caine, and then I'm gonna watch the new one with Mark Wahlberg, and then I'm going to fucking actually sit down and literally analyze the movie. And then I'm going to do a podcast about it, is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to say, dude, the Mini Coopers in the movie are fucking amazing. Why is it that every time you post a comment, then it says slow comment? The new VW Bug sucks. Nothing like the classics. Okay. You might have to bite your tongue on that one a little bit, Mark. Because the original VW Bug is nothing like the new one. The new one's all plastic and fucking body paneling, and it's like a squished down Jetta is what it is. Yes, it's a squished down Jetta, and Audi has something to do with it. But the thing is that the Mini Cooper is not okay. You want to know why people hate the Mini Cooper so much? It's an underdog car. It's an underdog car that everybody fucking hates because they cannot believe that a car like that is so small and so versatile and so fast that it literally blows the doors off of everything else. But they don't like it because it's a BMW and not a Mini Cooper. BMW only gave Mini about like 30% of their money is all they did. It's still Mini. It's still Mini Cooper. Yeah, BMW just paid a little money to make their name on the car. That's what it is. The car is still a Mini. But then you have these original Mini owners that have the 1960, 65 Mustang or 69. You have these original Mini Cooper owners who have the original 1965 Mini, and they say, that's a Mini. The new one is a piece of shit. But you want to know something? They don't get it. It's a Mini Cooper still, no matter what. It's just that the body's a lot wider, and it's made to get by with today's standard emissions. That's what it is. The Mini Cooper is a great fucking car. I tell people, if you don't take my word for it. Go fucking test drive a Mini Cooper just once. And if you don't buy it, you don't know what you're fucking missing. Yeah, you don't know what you're missing, dude. And it's also made in Europe, and that's another reason why people don't like it is because it's made in Europe. They don't fucking understand that good things come from Europe too. So, well, I don't understand why people always have to knock everything all the fucking time. If it doesn't, oh, what the, wow, what are you doing here, thing? Woo, where are you going? Whoa, hey, where are you going? Turn. Dude, this thing has a mind of its own. What the hell is it doing here? There we go. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing? No. Um, yeah, it's made for European driving. That's why it's so versatile. But dude, it's also a small wheelbase. It's like, and when I told the guy that it was all wheel drive, this was his reaction. Dude, he literally, I said, dude, my Mini Cooper is all wheel drive. He was like, what? A Mini Cooper that's all wheel drive? You have the golden ticket. And dude, that was his reaction. He literally shit his pants when he found out that my car was all wheel drive. He could not believe it. He was like, "Oh yeah, another front wheel drive Mini Cooper." I'm like, "No, this is all wheel drive." And he's like, "There's 3 versions of the Mini Cooper that is all wheel drive?" And I'm like, "Yes, the Clubman, the Paceman, the Countryman." And he's like, "Wow." He's like, "You know so much about Mini Coopers." I'm like, "I do." Because you want to know why? I'm a brand ambassador and I love Mini Coopers. And then this guy in the background's like, "Fag." I'm like, "No, no, there was nobody who said that really. But every time I drive my Mini Cooper, that is exactly what everybody says. They look at me and they're like, "Fat guy in a little car. Fat guy in a little car." And then I'm like, you know what? This is what I think of your fat guy in a little car comment. But the thing is that the Mini Coopers, dude, a Mini Cooper in 1960s won rally car racing from 1960 all the way to 1970. That's 10 years of manufacturers championships. Then in 2012, 2013, they came out with the WRC Countryman, which is what Jack has. Yes, I have the 20. I have the 20. Um, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I have the 2012 Mini Cooper Countryman WRC, which they only made so many of them in America. And it was made by ProDrive. It has a suspension and stuff built inside of it. It's basically set up for rally car racing and driving, and it's very versatile. It's very wonderful. It's a very great little car. Now, I came up with a company called Trax Revolution Mini Works, and Mini Works is for people who love minis. I actually look for minis and I turn around and I help sell them. So what I do is I go to Marketplace and I look up Mini Coopers and then I will put them on my page or I will sell them on my Facebook page. But then guess what happens? Mr. Mark Zuckerberg goes on my page and goes, "Oh, Jack's trying to sell stuff, but it's not his. So I'm going to delete that post so that he can't help that person sell that car." That's what happens. I am trying to help people buy minis, love minis, understand minis. You know, dude, you can just call me the mini man because I love minis more than anything in the world. But I love them so much that Mini Cooper doesn't even want me to be a Mini Cooper salesman. I have been trying to be a brand ambassador for Mini for so many years. I've literally called Mini up on the phone. I've called them in the England. I've called them in England. I've called them even at the Oxford plant. And I've said, "Hey, my name is Jack, Claus and or Jack Craning and everything else. I live in America and I'm a big fan of Mini Coopers. And I would love to be a brand ambassador. I love Mini Coopers because they're so versatile. They make a Mini Cooper that they drive around in the desert called an X-Raid. This thing is lifted on like a 5-inch lift kit. It's got a 3.0 liter diesel engine from a BMW inside of it, but it's made off of a Mini Cooper Countryman frame or body. Now, if they would sell that here in America and call it the Norseman, holy shit balls, it would sell. It would sell like a fucking gold plated diamond dildo that some bitch wants to drop $80,000 on just to say she has. But they will sell because the reason why they will sell is because people will look for an SUV that is versatile, that is fun to drive, that is great, that doesn't have Toyota strapped all over it, doesn't have Ford all over it, but it would be something that's different. And if Mini Cooper would make a SUV that was a little bit more ballsy instead of a little small car that people think are like that's like a TARDIS, because it's big on the inside, then people would actually give it a chance. But people don't ever give Mini Coopers a chance. They look at my car and they laugh at me. I mean, I've had it happen, bro. I've had people literally look at my Mini Cooper and go, that guy's overcompensating for something. But I'm sorry, there's guys that drive lifted trucks in Minnesota that squat like this or they're jacked up and they have these little paper thin ass fucking tires on it. And to be 100% honest with you, these guys are probably overcompensating for something else. I don't fucking know. I don't care. They make fun of me. They give me shit all the time, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. I really don't care, dude. I am going to probably go to bed tonight because I don't even really want to look. I don't even really want to go out tonight because I don't really care. I just really don't give a shit anymore. I really don't. I really fucking don't. Yeah, I really don't give a shit, dude. No, I don't. Because I'm not going to go out tonight because I'm going to go. Oh, well, that turned off, but it's charging up right now. So I guess it has the time limit set on my thing, so it shuts itself off, and then basically it has a hemorrhage, and so yeah, it doesn't. The little gimbal thing doesn't really stay and do what it's supposed to do, but I'm not really worried about it. I'm using it as a tripod right now. I'm using it as a tripod. You know, to be 100% honest with you, if they would have fucking used a Mini Cooper in like, okay, there are three things that I have noticed in life. If Ken Block would have used a Mini Cooper instead of driving a Hyundai, Mini Coopers would have sold like crazy. If there would have been a Mini Cooper used in Transformers instead of a Bumblebee, yeah, it would have been a hell of a lot cooler. But the thing is that when the Italian Job came out, this is the funny thing is, the Italian Job came out with Mark Wahlberg, and they used Mini Coopers, and people went out and saw these cars, and they were like, "Dude, these things are like go karts. They're like street legal fucking go karts. They are so cool, so nimble, so great ass, so fast, and so fun." But there's a problem. They're not all-wheel drive. They did not launch the all-wheel drive Mini Cooper until 2010. That's when they came out with the Countryman. Yeah, they came out with the all-wheel drive Countryman. I think that was in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's probably going to be somebody who's going to be like, Jack, you're wrong on your information. You can go fuck yourself. Because I'll look it up when I don't have my phone being used as a device. But the thing is that the Mini Cooper, when it came out for all-wheel drive, it was I'm sorry. Okay? If you guys don't, okay, if you guys do one thing in your life that I fucking tell you to do, okay, one thing in your life that I tell you to do, go out and test drive a Mini Cooper. Just test drive it once. Just find it, get in the fucking thing and test drive it. Who the hell cares what it is? Automatic or manual. Doesn't make a damn bit of difference. You get in that car and you actually get on it. You actually, put it in sport mode and you actually fucking drive it and you actually feel what it's like to go fast. That car is ridiculous. It is by far one of the most versatile little cars in the entire world. Yawning all the damn time because I'm tired. But no, that's what it is, man. It's a versatile car. And it's amazing. And it's amazing, it's fast, it's fun. Now, this is another thing. If they would have used a Mini Cooper in the Fast and the Furious, other than a Subaru, you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. But a lot of people don't like Mini Coopers because they're basically better than the Beetle. They are, aren't they? I think so anyway. But then there's always people who say, "Oh, don't buy one of these because they're European because you're paying for garbage." I'm sorry, but some of the greatest fucking comedians and actors that we have over here in America are British. British people are pretty badass. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. They actually are pretty badass people, and if you really and truly get to know them, they actually surprise the shit out of you. Yeah, they do. I have nothing against British people. I just, fell in love with a girl who was from Britain, and all of a sudden, 10 years later, we're not even together anymore. And I don't know what I did. I guess she didn't like my witty banter. I guess she didn't like anything that I had to offer. I don't know. I mean, she really doesn't sit down and tell me what I did. I mean, she really doesn't, because we can't sit down and talk to each other. I mean, even if we tried to sit down and talk to each other, it would just be a one-sided affair, you know. But I mean, there are things that I did. Okay, when I first when I first met Joe, I said something really stupid. I said something about how like her nose touches the wall before her boobs does, and I was joking. I was joking around, but she took that seriously. You know, because but see, that's the same thing with Jess. Okay, there was a girl named Jess who dated me, and she met me on Facebook dating, and she drives a Jeep, and she was a really cool girl, and I asked her this question. And this question is what made or break us. And I asked her this question. I said, if you were with a guy who had enough money or who had enough money to fix anything about your body, would you ask him to change your body? Would you ask him to change your body, and what would you change? Okay, that's a pretty legitimate question. That's a pretty legitimate question because there are women out there who look at a guy and he makes a ton of money, and then the girl's like, well, I would like to get this done. I'd like to get my lips done. I'd like to get my ass done. And I'd like to get all this stuff done and have you pay for it. And then when he gets all this stuff, when he gets all this stuff for the girl, like when he pays for her new breast and when he pays for her lips and he pays for her ass, then she turns around and she leaves the guy. Yes, she leaves the guy. Doesn't even let him, see the finished product. Doesn't even let him, play with anything. She leaves him and goes off and makes an OnlyFans page. She sleeps around with other guys, getting money and money and money all the time for what she did, for what she did with her body. And then she sits there and tells everybody that she paid for it all and she did it all herself. Well, I'm sorry, but that's a gold digger. That's a liar and somebody who cheats and steals. Because not only did she not pay for any of that surgery or anything like that, she stole it from a guy. Now, and guys don't get like prenups or they don't get anything to cover their ass for body panels. Like they don't get you can't rip a girl's breast out of her chest and then make her go back to her old nose. you know. But I'm just saying there are so many. But then I asked Jess that question, and then all of a sudden she was like, "Well, I would never want you around my family. I would never want you around my friends. When you first talked to me, you thought that I was funny to have a three-way with my sister." And I was like, "Yeah, but I was joking around and having a good time. I was being funny because you were coming at me with all these stupid freaking things about, you were coming at me with all these stupid freaking things about, I want a man to throw me on the bed and make wild, passionate love to me. And you talked about all this stupid stuff, and you just went on and on and on. And I was like, I was waiting for The Rock to just, get on the microphone and go, "Shut up, bitch," like that. That's what I was waiting for The Rock to say. Because, dude, I wanted her to literally shut the fuck up. And there was a girl that I met at the bar a couple weeks ago, and she basically went home after I started talking to her, and she sent me all these stupid text messages about, "What are you going to do with me later?" And I'm like, dude, if you want to just come over to my house, we can do that right behind this curtain, we can do that kind of stuff. You don't need to talk to me on a phone and go, "Oh, make wild love to me. Oh, do this." I'm like, shut the fuck up. Guys don't want their phone full of text message bullshit about how, we want you to open your legs. Here's the steeple. Open the door, and there's the people. Shut up, dude. We don't want all that fucking shit. All we want to do is bring you back to our place, have you hate our house, say something about it, but in a nice way, and like you're lying to us anyway. Like, "Oh, your house is nice." Like, yeah, which is fucking a bullshit way of saying, "God, this place is shit. I was better off going to the Hilton." But yeah, and hurting our feelings and being a nice person about it when you're actually just a real bitch about the whole entire thing. And then basically we go lay down in the bed and we start cuddling with each other. And then I fall asleep on you because I'm not interested anymore. And I lay there. And then you can't get up because my fat ass is draped all over top of you. So the bear fell asleep on the prize or on the food. but that's what I'm getting at. And okay, so I'm sorry that I seriously went off topic tonight, but everybody, I am going to go to the campground throwdown tomorrow. I'm going to go there. I think it starts at 8 o'clock. I'm actually not quite sure. I'm going to take a look here and see when it does it, because I'm going to just go off my Facebook page and try to do it again tonight. Um, oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I just had it. Here we go. So the Land O'Lakes region. Oh, Joe is part of the Land O'Lakes thing. Wow, that's kind of cool. I don't know how she just joined that, but so tomorrow, well, happening now is the Land O'Lakes Region Camp Out Throwdown Rallycross. It's at 5843 Calumet Road, South Haven, Minnesota. It's a 2-day event, and it's in Fairhaven, Minnesota. Jared Capes is the one that's doing the show, and I am going to go again tomorrow, but but the event, yeah, the event tomorrow uh, is tomorrow. So yeah, so the schedule is registration. We did that. So it's at 9 a.m. is the drivers meeting tomorrow. So it's 9 a.m. There's morning heats, then there's lunch, there's afternoon, and then there's course cleanup at 3 o'clock, and then there's awards. So I'm going to go to the 9 o'clock thing tomorrow. But I had a great time, dude. I really and truly liked the Land O'Lakes Camp Out Throwdown Rallycross. I really liked it. It was fun. It was, dude, it was really, really cool. And I really and truly loved the Orlando Lakes people. I'm actually sharing their stuff to my group, the Tracks Revolution Rally Works page. I'm going to share everything that the SCCA Rallycross Land O'Lakes region has to follow. It's for Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Northwestern, and Wisconsin. And it's from scca.racing.com. And it's a really, really cool thing. I really wish that people would just get into it and go back and do it. I really wish that people would just give rally car racing a chance. And I am actually going to do something for rally car racing that a lot of people don't know. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to start watching YouTube channel, and I'm going to start watching racing, and then I'm going to give you guys the play-by-play of the rally car events of what's going on. Also, I am going to LSPR, which is in Michigan, and I am going to go. And I am going to tell you, Mark, I think you should go with me. I really think, Mark, I think you should go with me, or I think you should go out there and have fun, and I really think that you should. But I don't know where we're going to stay. I know that a hotel is going to be very expensive, and I know that I probably don't want you to come with me because of your condition and stuff, because I don't want you to be, hurt all the time. You know, but I really and truly would love people to get to understand rally car racing, and I would really love it if people would just, give it a shot. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about anymore, but I'm actually, getting done for the night. I'm really sorry that I went off. Kilter. Joe, if you're listening and if you're watching, you know, I love having you in my life and I want you around, but I want you and I to work on things because, but if you don't love me, that's fine. I get it. Okay. I'm sorry I ruined your life. And I'm sorry I made your whole entire family's, life a living hell. And I'm sorry. I just don't know what to fucking do anymore. I really don't. Because there are times when I just really don't understand it anymore. Yeah. It's a really, really hard thing to go through in life when you have something that was just there and then all of a sudden it's gone and your life is just completely and utterly fucked. Thing is that I'm gonna make a goddamn sleigh. I am gonna have a Mini Cooper that's a sleigh. Yeah, I am going to make one because something's gonna happen. It just has to. My life has to. My life has to. Goddamn fat roll. I hate being so overweight too. You know, the other day, the other day I went for a walk. Like I went for a walk and I walked about three. Well, no, today I walked the track. I literally walked the track and about died. I can't. I can't do it anymore. I hate being so overweight. I hate being out of shape. I was actually going to go through numbers and see if I could find a reasonable number and see if I can't be like 269 or 2 something. And I'm going to seriously try to get down to 300. I'm going to try to get down in weight. I'm going to try to be able to walk and run around. And you know what? If women don't want to fucking be with me now and I lose all this fucking weight, then don't be with me ever again. Because when I start getting down to when I start losing weight, you fuckers come up to me and go, "Oh, you're so hot." I'll be like, you know what? Fuck you. You didn't love me when I was fat, so you're not gonna love me now. Because I look good in a fucking race suit, man. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done wasting your guys' time, so I'm gonna get off here. It's almost 8 o'clock, and I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight, so I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Live, drive, and lay tracks, guys.